Hello, everybody. Welcome to discuss with me the difference between religion and spirituality. This expose is written by Brother Yahun Batakane, and with his permission, I'm making this video for awakening campaign purposes. To my beloved black people wherever you are, there is a big difference between religion and spirituality. Listen to me very carefully. Religion and spirituality can be illustrated in this picture here. There you can see religion. A fish is swimming in water, but water is just in a container. Whereas spirituality, the fish is swimming in the ocean, no boundaries. Now, let's discuss one after the other. Let's start with religion. Religion is the belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods. Religion comes from the Latin word religare, which means to bind. Bind comes from Old English bindan, meaning to tie up with bonds, literally and figuratively. Also to make captive, to cover with dressings and bandages. Too many characteristics of religion by explanation. Religion, therefore, takes away everything that defines you and assimilates to someone else or to something else. Religion demonises or destroys what you are, renders you into a vessel, and conditions you to serve an outer force. Religion is dogmatic and always represented by symbols, and each religious symbols representing their deities and principalities. Religious people build their faith on physical objects, which bind or blind them together. For instance, Christianity is represented by a cross. Islam is represented by the moon and star. Judaism is represented by a star. Some are represented by the ankh and many other things. We can discuss all the religions of the world at this particular occasion. A biblical example of religion is when Israelites or Israelites were in the wilderness on their way from Kemet, which is Egypt, going to Canaan. And while Moses took leave to pray on the mountain, they requested Aruna to make a statue out of gold for them to use as a representation of God. Why? Because they had lived in Egypt for so long that they picked up the materialistic religious habit and felt the need to have a physical object in front of them or to be identified with one. That's a particular example. Religion is the lowest form of spirituality. And I repeat, religion is the lowest form of spirituality. It sucks its believers dry and strips them of their identities, values, and many times their lives. Religion is man-made and often used to manipulate man into deception. A good example of religion manipulation is when Leopold II, King of Belgium, sent Christian missionaries to Congo and told them to use the gospel only to condition the Bantu or the inhabitant of the land into eternal servitude for white people. Missionaries subjected Bantu with white deities in order to destroy Bantu's spirituality, forcing them to reject their names, languages, and culture. This is terrible. Another example is Islam, forcing its black followers to worship in the language of the oppressor and praying facing the direction of the oppressor's holy city. Not that every place Romans conquered they planted a cross as a symbol of power to them and defeat to the conquered. Until today, black people bury their beloved ones with the cross standing on the tomb. They have no idea why. They only refer to the twisted truth about the death penalty given to Jesus, or Yeshua, which remained a sign of defeat. Other PTSD symptoms of religions in Africa are such as colonial names, colonial gods, colonial languages, colonial school system, hair extensions, skin bleaching, and hair straightening, self-denial, self-destruction, corruption, and hate. You name it. If you are black, you should know exactly what I'm talking about. Black or Bantu people take majority of these man-made religions, dehumanizing them and allowing others to oppress them. Religion has led to slavery and colonization. Think well, my beloved black people. Moving on, we look into the second element, which is spirituality. Wow. On the other hand, the first thing that spirituality does is to set you free. Look at the picture again. The fish is swimming in the ocean. There are no boundaries. The fish can go everywhere around the water. But the fish which is contained in that small container, that glass, is in religion. It has boundaries. It has don't and do's. So you find out that the fish is limited in terms of moving around. Spirituality will set you free. Look at this. Spirituality allows you to be true, to be proud of who you really are, to be who the Creator made you to be, to proudly pray or speak in your language. Spirituality allows you to see your Creator as your first ancestor and as a reflection of self. It doesn't force you to worship facing a certain way or in a certain position. Spirituality doesn't change your name. It teaches you the truth. It gives you laws of nature to help navigate to your best potential and allows you to make the decisions yourself. Spirituality doesn't use fear and empty promises to condition you into servitude, but teaches you right and wrong for your own good. Spirituality is not symbolized or cannot be contained like the other fish. Bantu spirituality is the highest form of spirituality ever known to man. Bantu culture is the so-called Bible itself. Ubuntu is pure and true. It is the divine unity between Bantu and Sonini Nanini against powers and principalities of this world seeking to destroy the creation. As it is said, I am because you are. We are because our Creator is. That's Bantu spirituality. Hope you will find a love path to self, to your people, and to your Tatanzambi, because religions won't give you that. Take note of this. The Bible, as much tempered with by religions as it is not a religious book. And I repeat, the Bible is not a religious book, but a book about a spiritual journey between a people and their Creator, proved to be rooted in Bantu spirituality. And this reality has been revealed to you in so many other videos that I have been bringing to you guys. When we read the Bible in the book of Acts of Apostles chapter 17, verse 23 to 25. It reads, "For as I passed by and beheld your devotions, I found an altar with this inscription, to the unknown God, whom therefore you ignorantly worship. Him declare I unto you." When black Christians say the color of the Messiah doesn't matter, and you wonder if they even know what they are worshiping, to the unknown God, Jesus is not a white man. When we read Exodus chapter 20, verse 4, it reads, "Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in earth beneath, or that is in water under the earth." Who are these religions represented by stars, crosses, moons, animals, humans, and angels? These are man-made. Spirituality will always lead you to have no representation at all, because the Bible forbids for you to represent the personality of God by anything. Jesus died on the cross, yes, but do we represent Christianity using the cross? No. Cross was just a punishment. When we read Romans chapter 1, verse 25, it reads, "They exchanged the truth about God for a lie, and worshipped and served created things rather than the Creator, who is forever praised." Look at this. People have changed the order of things. Instead of worshipping the Creator, they are worshipping things created, which they make themselves. Sound like colonial Christian missionaries to Congo, and their black Christians followers, carrying cross all over, carrying the statutes all over. I don't know, Mary, I don't know what. A lot of statutes around Christian missionary churches in Congo and now in the whole of Africa. When we read Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1 to 5, it reads, "Thus says Tatanzambi, learn not the way of the heathen. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman. With the axe they deck it with silver and with gold. They fastened it with nails and with hammers, that it move not." Look at all this. Religion put you in a container, while spirituality free you. That's why some people will tell you, think outside the box. I am encouraging you to think without box, because when you swim in the ocean, you have no limits. You go in every position. I have told you that spirituality will not change your name. It will not condition you to the symbols, but religion does. Guess what? Christianity is a religion where people are busy with the cross, where people are busy with images of movie actors, and they are worshiping people instead of worshiping the Creator. Think about it. Briefly saying is that religion contains you in a place. It locks you in and imposes you symbols and other deities, while spirituality gives you freedom to think without box, gives you freedom to go beyond what you see and experiment the goodness of Tatanzambi Amazulu. That's the difference between religion and spirituality. People like me, I am spiritual, not religious. That's why small things are not binding me. I am bound by the spiritual matter, worshipping the Tatanzambi Yamazulu. So nini na nini. Bless you all.